It is no shock to many of us to learn that Hollywood will punish you in any way that they can if you do not 100% support the Hollywood narrative, or if you happen to be a Trump supporter. So today we have to talk about actor Kelsey Grammer, who of course has been caught up in this whole controversy over the past couple of days, ever since he did the BBC interview where he was cut short by his own PR team because he started to talk about his support for President 45. And so even since then, we have gotten even more crazy details about what is going on with this whole story. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it and get into everything that is going on here. So Kelsey Grammer interview cut short after actor said he still supports Trump. So this is just a story that continues to unfold. We are finding out more and more crazy details about it. And in case you guys want to hear what happened during that interview, here is the part of it right there. So Frasier star Kelsey Grammer was asked if he was still backing Trump. So let's go ahead and check this out.
I got to ask you about politics before we finish. You mentioned Roseanne early on, who had a great comeback, but also was a Trump supporter. You were.
Which, of course, as we all know, is the ultimate taboo in Hollywood. I can think of things that are way worse that absolutely should be taboo in Hollywood that aren't, unfortunately. But let's continue on here and hear what they have to say.
Who had a great comeback, but also was a Trump supporter. You were, at least you were a Trump supporter. I'm fascinated to know if you still are.
I am, and I'll let that be the end of it.
That was the end of it.
Okay, so there you go. They just cut it right there. That's it. So, and it's a really weird ending, and people kind of raised eyebrows to what was going on here. So, an interview with Kelsey Grammer was cut short after the actor was asked to comment on continued support for the former president. Monday, the conservative star who recently reprised his iconic role as the Dr. Frasier Crane, appeared on BBC Radio 4's Today show to discuss the Frasier reboot. However, a reference to comedian Roseanne Barr's own resurgence led interviewer Justin Webb to wonder at Grammer's current thoughts on former President Donald Trump's political staying power. So, and then of course he was cut short, and it was very weird. It was awkward. I'll let that be the end of it, is how he ended that. So, according to Webb, this wasn't the entirety of the story. As it happened, the host went on to explain that it was the public relations team for streaming service Paramount Plus who saw fit to cut short the Trump talk. Kelsey Grammer himself was perfectly happy to go on talking about it. Paramount Plus PR people less happy that he talked about it at some length, so they decided we'd had plenty of time for an interview, explained Webb. But I should stress that he was perfectly happy to talk about why he supports Trump and still does in the forthcoming election. Congratulations, Paramount Plus, you just played yourselves and completely exposed just how absolutely fascist and ridiculous Hollywood truly is. They want to continue to control any sort of opinion or viewpoint that does not go with their narrative. And this is, of course, what their entire base is supposed to be based on, with the Democrats and democracy and all of that, is that people have the right to vote for who they want to vote for, to support who they want to support. But we are continuing to see more and more often that this is not truly what Democrats are all about. So this whole thing is absolutely wild. And of course, if Kelsey Grammer was out there praising Biden up and down the streets, he would have, of course, been able to continue on with the interview. They probably would have added another hour to his segment, but that is not where we are at with all of this nonsense. So, with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.